All right, welcome back, everybody. This is another episode of Night Shifter Sports. We are doing Dynasty RBs 20 through 11 today.
Yes, sir.
We're going to see what happened. We just got done doing the redraft running backs, and we didn't agree on pretty much anything. So we'll see how this goes. I think this is going to be probably a little bit of the same. So a lot of probably the same arguments on some of these people, but we'll see what happens here. So,
All
right. 20.
Caleb Johnson.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't hate
He's 21 years old. He ranked 5th in breakaway percentage in college.
Yep.
Monsters.
Yeah.
Granted, they just got rid of Najee Harris, and Najee Harris had 299 touches, 10th most in the NFL.
Yep.
That's huge.
Yeah.
So,
Jalen Warren. Jalen Warren definitely was.
But Jalen Warren isn't going to, Caleb Johnson's going to come in, and he's going to take almost. He's probably taking 240-ish.
I wouldn't be surprised if they're
carries.
Like a 50-50 situation.
Right. And I'm fine with that,
40-60. Yeah, no, I don't.
He's got a big playability. He's a big playability guy. He was a big playability guy for Ohio State. Yep. And I'm liking him where he's at, being the 5th at breakaway percentage. That's monstrous, The hardest thing, obviously, is to get away.
Yeah.
And he's electric. So I'm taking him at the 21 years old. And you got room to grow. You got years to see where he's going to be. Yep. And I think he's going to be a guy for that team. Jalen Warren's not going to carry that load like Najee did. No. Granted, Najee, never, they said, played that well. Granted, I mean, he had a lot of touches. He just never had.
He wasn't very explosive.
And there's a reason why they got rid of Najee and brought in Caleb Johnson.
Yeah. No.
That explosiveness.
I don't hate it.
And that's exactly what Mike Tomlin needs on his offense, is an explosive.
Well, they think they make a lot of stuff on that offense. But.
Right. And I'm glad, they brought in Rodgers, and that doesn't help or hurt him at all, I don't think. And I think he's going to be dominant, and I'm good with that. So I'm taking him at the 20.
Yeah. No, I don't hate it. I think he was, kind of in consideration. I got Chuba
Hubbard.
Yeah. He's 26, right? But I think he proved last year he deserves to be a starting running back in the NFL.
So here's the deal: you're taking him at the 20th, and that's fine. Obviously, he had a great season. Mm-hmm. Are you not worried for the longevity? What did he sign, a 2-year? Or was it a 3-year?
It was a 3-year. Exactly remember, but I think you're going to see him. You're going to see him be the back for
at least this year. I
think for the next 2 years he's going to be the lead back, because I think even.
You don't think Brooks is going to take that away from him?
Even when Brooks comes back, I think they're gonna have to ease Brooks into it, just because they kind of eased Brooks into it, and he got hurt right away. So
I didn't even put him in the list.
Yeah, I think he was on the edge for me, but I think I put him in just because you're gonna kill me on my next one. But I put him in here just because I truly think that he is. I think he's going to be the lead back for
that team
for the next 2 years, and I think even if they do decide to move on from him, I think he's going to be a lead back the rest of his career.
Yeah, I'm going to say with the Panthers at least
4 to 5 years. I think he's going to have some good years, and I think he's a good kind of a middle value of somebody that you can have for a handful of years, and he's going to be on your starting team, and because it's hard, right? You're trying to.
I'm worried about Jonathan Brooks. That's all I'm scared about.
Which I think is fine, but I just don't think. I think it's going to be probably 3 seasons before Jonathan Brooks
is even that guy.
Is taking enough away that I would be super concerned about it.
Yeah, okay.
So that's how I feel.
All right.
I'll let you go 19 first.
19, RJ Harvey.
Okay.
He's old. He's old for a rookie.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
He's a lethal pass catcher. Lethal. So he went to West Virginia to be a quarterback.
Yep.
He didn't make it because he was too short. So then he transferred to UFC. Yep. And in 3 years, he had 576.
Did you say UFC?
UFC.
UCF.
Oh, yeah, sorry. My bad. I'm reading it wrong. UCF. My bad. Yeah, my bad. UFC. Yeah, he went to UCF. In 3 years, he had 576 carries, 3,789 yards.
Yeah.
And 43 touchdowns in 38 games played.
He had 22 touchdowns just last year.
He's monstrous.
1,577
And here's the deal.
6.8 yards a carry.
Yeah, and they did bring in one-leg Dobbins.
Yeah, which, again, I think...
I don't know if that's a threat to me. In the longevity...
Harvey is the long-term.
In the longevity, he's not a threat.
I think Harvey is the long-term thought on that team.
And Bo Nix is a slinger. And Harvey was at 77% catch rating in college.
Yeah, no,
that's nuts.
I don't hate it.
And he didn't even go to college to play running back. He went to be a quarterback.
I cannot wait to see him.
This is nuts. So I'm taking Harvey at the 19.
Yeah.
He didn't go to the UFC. He went to UCF. But hey, either way, if he did, he did.
He's making money at the
He's
end
making
of the
money, and those touchdowns are nuts that he had in college. Obviously, it's different when you step up to the big boys. But they obviously drafted him to be the guy.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I think Audric Estime and Jaleel McLaughlin are nothing.
No.
And they like JK they brought in, but he ain't going to be the long term deal. So at the 19, I'm taking Harvey. What do you got? Come on,
Kenneth.
You're
Walker.
Dude, you're nuts. You and your Kenneth Walker. He's only 24, dude.
Yeah, until he gets hurt again, and then all of a sudden, they just decide to get rid of him.
He signed a 2-year, $30 million deal. Yeah. He's going to be there for 2 years.
Yeah,
and he's going to be the one. They did not sign Charbonnet.
I'm just saying, dude.
You, Kenneth Walker, Marvin Harrison. This is why you suck at fantasy football.
I pick people to hate on him, but I just don't. He had such a bad year last year, and
1 year.
Obviously, he missed some games. Blah 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 blah. I don't think Seattle's gonna have a better year than they had last year as a team.
I think Darnold's a slinger though. Obviously, Geno's like that too. But
again, I think Darnold is gonna play good. I don't think he's gonna play as good as he did last year. If he plays good last year, then I'll eat my words, and I think the whole team's gonna be way better than I think they're gonna be. But yeah, I mean, I just got Kenneth Walker. At the 19.
You and your Kenneth Walker is just outlandish. It's nuts.
Yeah, I know.
No, it is. It's sickening how dumb it is. Is what it is.
He missed 6 games last year.
I get that, but he was on. If he didn't miss, okay.
If we're doing this,
I get it. I get it. But he was on track to be the top 5. He was going to be number 5.
Yeah, that's great.
He finished top 5.
That's great. Yeah, that's cute.
And you got him at the 19 in Dynasty. You think you're getting him at the 19?
No, I don't. I just don't want him because there's too many ifs.
I mean, I have him in my Dynasty, and granted, people got hurt, and he got hurt, but like, I
don't want guys on my teams that are going to cost me championships. I know I'm going to put guys on my teams
that
probably aren't going to get me championships.
It's a risk reward,
completely. But so I guess
you're gonna
Walker.
I think
you can pick him up, and you can. I think you can take him, but I think you're going to have to go running back heavy if you're going to take him. Like I don't think you can.
Oh Jesus!
I don't think you can draft him as your as your number one
2-piece
as your number 1 back. I don't think it's happening, dude.
How?
I just don't think it's happening. I don't.
You just can't even
deal. This jar sucks.
You just can't even fathom the fact, dude. That is nuts. You're sick.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe.
Man. Okay. Well, I would never listen to that guy's advice when it comes to Dynasty ball. That is outlandish. The reward is so crazy. It's nuts.
At 19, the reward is
well, you ain't getting them, but the risk of the injury to the reward is totally worth it in my eyes. But
I guess, maybe not.
You're nuts. Okay. I can't even fathom. Like, I just can't even believe it.
I know.
That's okay. Well, don't listen to him. 18.
You want me to go?
You want me to go or you want to go?
I got to try to pronounce this guy's name. Quinston Judkins.
Quentin Johnson.
Sure, yeah. I don't know.
Jesus.
Got drafted to Cleveland. I don't know. They had him I kind of was looking over the stuff, and they had him way higher than that. Like, they said he was going to do way better. And I look at the stats. He was the number 2 back on his own team. Like,
I get it. Yeah, I got it.
Him and Henderson both played for Ohio State, and he averaged 1.6 yards less than Henderson. So I just don't know how. I don't know. I don't get it. There's a lot of hype. Seemed to be when I was looking into him, seemed to be a lot of hype around him. I guess maybe because he's going to Cleveland, which they know how to screw everything up in Cleveland.
But here's the thing: he is the only guy in Cleveland.
I don't know.
He's the only guy in Cleveland, running back wise.
Well, they have Ford. Well, no, I mean, I'm not arguing with you, right? But
he's better off making cars, okay?
Well, I'm just saying, I do not. No.
Okay.
I don't like him. That's all I got. I mean, again, he had 1,000 yards rushing last year, 14 touchdowns, 5.5 yards a carry.
Touchdowns. Yeah, here 14 touchdowns. It's fine. No, don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, Henderson had less touchdowns, but he averaged 1.6 yards a carry. I mean, I don't know.
That's who I got at my 18.
Who?
Travion Henderson.
What?
Yep. Oh yeah.
You're dumb.
22. He ran a 4.43 40 time. He did finish 2 times at the Big Ten in leading in carries, in yards per carry.
Where do you have him?
At the 18.
Wow.
It's okay, but obviously
Where did he go?
he's a pass catching.
You know
back.
where he went?
The Patriots.
Patriots.
Dude, they got Ramondre Stevenson,
nah,
dude. The guy is terrible.
Yeah, the Patriots are getting better. The Patriots are getting better, and this is a step in the right direction.
So that's why you have
Henderson
way above.
Way
above.
Way.
Okay, well, I like Henderson at the 18. He's 22.
He's not even the best running. They're on the same team, and he wasn't even the better running. Or Henderson was the better running back.
I get that, but
no, you don't. Obviously,
but this is the issue.
Yeah, one went to a team that is literally dying every minute of every day.
I think Ramondre is better than Jerome Ford. Granted, he's not the longevity of the team. I think so. He's
Who?
a big Ramondre Stevenson. You're not going to have him on your sheet, dude.
Well, I'm like, who are you talking about?
He's running back 70, okay?
No,
Jerome Ford's running back 105.
Stevenson is better than probably Ford.
Probably.
But I think Henderson
is that much better.
Better than Judkins. Again, I looked at dude. He wasn't like he wasn't even in the top 65 for breakaway or yards after carry or yards after contact. He wasn't in the top 65 the last 2 seasons. He's terrible.
But he's going to have the volume.
It was a Browns pick,
and he's going to have the volume, and that's fine.
He can have the volume, but
I'm taking Henderson at the 18.
You're not getting him at the 18.
Oh, 100%.
He's gone. He's gone.
No way.
16 rounds before the. God damn it!
That's 2.
So dumb.
Oh man, okay. Well, who do you? Yeah, that's fine. Well, that's who I got at the 18.
I have 17. I have Harvey. I
Okay.
mean, whatever, we agree on
We
that.
flip flop. Yeah. I mean, he had crazy.
I think the Broncos are trending up. I think he's going to be in the next 2-3 years. I think he's going to be
the pass catching
by
is so
far,
nice.
I think he'll be by far the number 1 back, maybe even by the end of this year. So
for what, that team?
Yeah, I mean, I think
Jesus, I'd hope so.
I should say I think they're going to try to. I think they're going to kind of
give JK one leg some.
Well,
carries.
I think he's going to be like right. They're going to. I think it's going to start off like a mixed bag, and as long as he performs, which I think he's going to, I think by the end of the year, I think he'll be pretty much getting majority of the rushes.
Okay.
So because it's going to be a little bit of a committee situation there.
Okay.
So that was my 17.
All right. 17.
Chase
Brown. Mm-hmm.
That's not.
Yep. Yeah, he's 25 years old. He had 990 yards, 7 touchdowns. He's averaging 15.9 fantasy points per game. So here's the thing: they obviously got.
You're so dumb,
dude. They got Zach Moss and Samaje P. Ryan.
Okay. I think P. Ryan's gone, dude. I don't even think they have P. Ryan anymore.
I don't know. Okay,
I mean,
he was RB7 after week. He was RB7 after week 4, and like I said, he averaged 15.9 fantasy points per game, and he had 7 touchdowns. I get it, but that team is not a running back team. It's not who they are. So I don't know. Like I said, he's 25. I'm looking at Chase Brown as the kind of guy where I'm
Khalil Herbert.
They have Herbert.
Yeah, they got
rid of P. Ryan. Okay.
Dude, you're
even worse.
Dude, I don't even know.
Khalil
at the what? You have him at the 17?
Yeah, I had to put him back because I'm looking at Chase Brown. I have him in my dynasty, but I'm looking at Chase Brown as the kind of guy where I'm hoping for. He doesn't have a contract yet. Obviously, he's still on that. I think he's still on the rookie, but they haven't paid him. So where's he gonna go after this season? Dude, you just hate him.
I don't hate him.
Or you like him that much.
I love him, dude.
And I don't know. I'm looking at him as a trade value in the years coming up. And I don't know if I'm not electric on the fact of him being a 1 running back on my team in Dynasty. I just I'd walk out of that draft very unhappy with him as my 1. You're telling me you walk out of a Dynasty and you're like, woo, Chase Brown.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I think so. I don't know.
You think so.
I don't know. I don't know why you wouldn't. He's 25 years old.
I get it, but they're not a running back team. They got their offensive line isn't the I mean, they're good, but it's not
I don't.
Okay,
I'm
taking him at the 17.
I don't even have an argument for you. That was terrible.
That
was garbage.
That's what I got. At 17.
Your last two are terrible. Or great. They're good players. But
but like where I have them is
terrible.
Seems about right.
No.
You know what I mean?
Let's go U16 first because you're 16. You're going to laugh at my 16.
Christian McCaffrey.
Damn, really?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay.
I had to put Christian McCaffrey late.
Dude.
He's 29 years old. He had the Achilles tendonitis in both legs.
That surprises me. This surprises me.
In a bad way or a good way?
Good way. No, this surprises me.
Okay.
This surprises me.
I mean, he had 202 yards.
Dude, he could stop playing tomorrow.
Oh, of course he can. And he's here's the thing. You're drafting CMC in the thoughts. I mean, he did average for the couple games he played 24.5 fantasy points per game. He didn't start till week 10.
Yeah.
And and he only played 4 games, and in week 14, you've done.
Yeah, I don't.
So it goes back to this. It's a risk.
Yeah.
It's a risk for a championship.
If the same thing happens again this year,
you're done.
I think he hangs it up.
And he hangs it up, and you're hanging up your season.
Yeah, well, you're going to be rebuilding for
years,
a couple years,
because you're going to take them early,
2-3 rounds,
right? And when I see a guy take McCaffrey, I'm looking at their team, and I'm over here like, okay, well, next year, let's say McCaffrey has a great year, this guy's going to look to unload him.
Yeah, you're not.
And if I'm not trading him dog for CMC.
No.
You ain't getting. I'll give you a fourth.
I think there's trade value in the middle of the season. Like if he's playing good, staying healthy,
right?
Maybe
and your team isn't a competitor, sure.
Yeah.
But if he's playing good, you're a competitor.
A brand new draft. I don't think it's safe to take him.
Here's the thing: you're drafting CMC for the hope that he has 2 years, and you can win that in 2 years.
Yeah,
you're hoping if he's back to CMC, you're hoping, you're praying for that win.
Yeah,
because if he has a season like he did 2 years ago, it's a wrap almost, depending on how your other team shakes. But it's almost a wrap. Yeah. So
so my 16 is kind of the similar scenario. It's Henry, right? I love Henry, but he's 31, so it's the same scenarios.
But Henry's not like CMC.
No,
not even in the same stratosphere.
But I think McCaffrey could have more years than Henry left. Okay, so we're gonna do this. So McCaffrey's my 15, Henry's my 16. I think they're similar scenario. It's just who has more years left in him, right? Because if they both play,
so here's the deal:
they're both top 5 backs probably every year they play. But who's gonna play longer? So like they're
honestly,
15 and 16.
My honest.
I think
Henry's gonna play longer.
I think he could, but
I see Henry play until he's like 35. I see give him another 1 year deal somewhere, and then he wins another.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not. Again, I think that's kind of my thought with the whole 15-16 is literally I just have those 2 old guys right there because I really didn't know who to put where, but that 15-16, I think McCaffrey, if McCaffrey's healthy, McCaffrey could have 3 to 4 really good years. And if Henry stays healthy, he could have 2 to 3 maybe really good years. Maybe 4. I mean,
he's a different animal.
You're not dropping him probably. Obviously, you're not dropping him until.
I mean, he had 1,921 yards at 29 to 30 years old.
If he ran for 2,000,
16 touchdowns.
If he ran for 2,000 this year, I wouldn't be surprised. But no, so yeah, I mean,
well, when he runs for 2,000, he's going to be in Happy Gilmore 3. So I'm hoping for that.
So that's my 15 and 16. Literally, McCaffrey, Henry. It's the 2 old guys that I think.
Okay.
I think if you want, you're taking them if you're not thinking 5 years down the road, which is fine. I just hope that if somebody does take them, that they follow them up right before.
I'm taking Henry for a chip
with somebody young,
right? And that's fine. And I
completely.
I have Henry lower,
yeah,
but I'm looking for the risk. But we'll get to that later. At the 15, I have Judkins, 21 years old.
Bad pick.
I like the aspect that he's going to walk in and get the volume.
Yeah.
I like the volume right away. That's what I'm looking for. I mean, he had 1,060 yards, 14 touchdowns. 14 touchdowns is a lot for a Big Ten school.
Nobody knows.
I get it. Nobody knows, but
because it's the Browns.
He did have a lot of 14 touchdowns. Is a lot, dude. I think that. I mean, I could see him being dominant. He's 21, and I like where he's sitting at the 15. I don't know if I'm going to get him at the 15.
Hopefully you do because I don't want him,
and that's fine. And I he's not a big pass catching back, but he's electric. So I'm going to take him at the 15, and that's where I'm going to be comfortable with him at. So I don't know who you got at the 14.
James Cook.
So here's the deal. You might lose it.
I've done it before.
I don't even have James Cook in my list.
Like the top 20? What?
Yeah.
How? Did you forget?
No, I was going through it. So I didn't.
What were you going through? Drugs?
Alcohol? I didn't put him in there.
Laxatives? Like, what are you going through, dude?
I didn't put him in there. I don't know why. I just feel like some of these other guys are stronger, in my opinion. Granted, we'll see. But you could give me your state argument, and I'll tell you.
Well, I mean, there's no argument. I mean, James Cook's good. He played really good last year.
He's not going to put up 16 touchdowns. He's not going to put up 16
touchdowns again. Again, I think, right?
If you ask me, he's touchdown dependent.
Well, he was very explosive last year with the carries he did have.
Right, but those touchdowns are winning you games. If he's not getting a touchdown,
I know.
You're losing
I had him.
Games.
I know, trust me. Okay, he's either puts up 20 or he puts up 10.
Exactly, and you're losing. And that's why I felt like I couldn't have him in my 20.
That's nuts. That's nuts. I think that's crazy. I think
people are going to shag you for that one or shag me for that one. But
yeah, I mean, I kind of understand where you're coming from, but like, I don't know. That's nuts. That's crazy. Right. I don't even know how to word what I'm thinking. Well, James Cook's good. I mean, again, I think he's going to fall off a little bit from what he did last year. He was
agree.
Running back 8 last year. I mean, he's young. I mean, I think he's going to compete for running back probably top 15 running back for the next 5 years.
But they didn't.
And the Bills, I think the Bills are going to hold on to him.
Where's his bag at? That's another thing.
I'm just saying, I think the Bills are going to hold on to him.
Where's his bag at, though? He's looking for a contract.
Yeah, no, I know.
He's been saying he needs the contract. So I think that's another thing that I'm like, well, if the Bills aren't paying the man yet,
I think he'll stay in the Bills. I think he'll be there for a long time.
All right. Well, 14, I got Josh Jacobs. Okay. 27 years old. He had 1,329 yards and 15 touchdowns. He had a career high in touchdowns for his first year in Green Bay.
Yeah,
the guy's a workhorse.
He had a really good year.
The Packers are the third heaviest run team in the NFL. Granted, I want to say that's
which they should be because they have Jordan Love. Jordan Love's when he's on, he's good, but when he's off, the guy looks like I don't even know. The guy looks like I'm trying to think of just a terrible comparison, but
I don't know. I like Josh Jacobs at the 14. I did see Ben Simmons.
Chad Henne. He looks like Chad Henne.
I did see, the running back coach for the Packers, Ben Simmons, said he's looking even better this season than he did last season. I mean, he averaged 17.2 fantasy points per game.
Yeah. Played every game.
Every game.
He's a machine. He put the team on his back.
And that's why the Packers drafted him, though.
Yeah.
For every game.
Yeah.
That is exactly why. And he's 27.
The 27, like,
it scares you, sure, but he has another electric season.
And he's got 5 years left of him.
And he gets another deal.
That would be my only concern.
Trade value is sickening that you're going to get for him.
I don't know if the Packers are going to pay him what he wants next time. That would be my only concern because the Packers have a tendency to do that, not pay people.
And that's a bad idea because he's a monster.
I agree.
He's got at least 5 in him.
He's their team. He's the only reason they even made the playoffs.
They're competing. Right. And he's 15 touchdowns.
Malik Willis.
Yeah.
And Josh Jacobs are the only 2 reasons. Yeah. Let's get that right.
I think he's going to repeat close to that 15 touchdowns as well.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to argue with you.
Because that's what they need him in that goal line. So
yeah. I think he's good. I think he's a good midterm player. Like,
right, for sure. I think you got the chance of him having you have that chance he's going to have some longevity still in the NFL.
Yeah.
And
I think you're looking at rookie drafts in 3 years to think about starting to replace him.
Right. And like I said,
unlike if you draft,
he's going to have some trade value if he has another season.
Yeah.
And maybe you're not even a contender.
Yeah.
Maybe you're like
maybe you're Cameron.
Well, that's the thing. You might have to rebuild after year one. Anything's possible.
Yeah.
And you have Jacobs.
Yeah.
You're getting picks.
Yeah. No, I agree. I don't hate it. He's my 13.
Okay.
He's my 13.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. Same argument, right? Played really good. I think there's no reason he doesn't play as good. Again, 15 touchdowns, maybe not quite, but I mean, even if you get 12, I mean, I think
he's still gonna have a good season.
He's a top 10 running back next year, unless he gets hurt, which there's no reason for him to get hurt.
I don't know of the guy ever getting hurt. Yeah. That's the thing. He's just
and when he played for the Raiders, he didn't really care to play for the Raiders.
Which is a dying team.
Yeah, no, I think there's no reason that Josh Jacobs doesn't finish top 10 for the next however many years he plays, honestly. Right. Again, he's one of those backs, I think, as long as he plays and as long as he's on a competitive team, he's probably going to be a top 10 running back every year for the next 3 to 5 years. And again, from a dynasty standpoint, he's a really good back to not have to worry about to replace for
a while.
For a veteran back that puts up probably guaranteed points.
Right.
And, that's 13. That's me.
Okay. So, Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
1,921 yards, 16 touchdowns. He's 31. Everybody's going to be like, it's Dynasty. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah. The guy just signed a 2-year, $30 million deal. Yeah. Okay. He's averaging 19.8 fantasy points per game. There's not a single person on this planet that does what Derrick Henry does.
Yeah.
He didn't eat till 5 o'clock.
Yeah. The guy's a monster.
Like the way he takes care of himself proves he's got the longevity in the NFL. Yeah. Granted, he's 31.
Yeah.
So look at that. I mean, he's still one of the top backs in the NFL.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not gonna argue. If he's going to finish, he was 4th last year.
I could see him being, it sounds outlandish, but there's a chance that he is the one. If he's putting up over 2,000, he could finish as the one. And my thing is here, I'm taking Henry. I'm winning the championship.
Well, I think I'm
winning the championship. There's no if and or buts about it. It's not like I'm taking
your goal.
Christian McCaffrey and I'm like, oh, I might win a championship or I might be screwed and I'm gonna have to do a rebuild for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
So you don't see that with Derrick Henry.
I know.
He's got a 2-year deal. Who's to say the next 2 years he's still unbelievable. Yeah. Who's to say he doesn't get another deal?
Yeah. No, I'm not. I don't think it's a bad pick. I mean, I think you think about when you're drafting later rounds in this draft, I think you're already thinking about, like, is there somebody that you think that could pay off in the long run?
Right.
But
you're hoping on a rookie later rounds.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're already thinking like, ooh, maybe this guy. But,
right.
I mean, that are next year's rookie draft. Like, I think you have Henry, you're going to already starting to be thinking about trying to just replace him for whenever he is done.
Right. And you're hoping on that, you got some good receivers if you're getting Henry. Or tight end or quarterback, something like that. So I'm liking Henry at 13. Who you got at 12?
You're probably not going to agree with me on this one. And I'm actually really surprised I have him where I have him. Not going to lie to you. I have Breece Hall at my 12. And
my God.
You
just can't get over the fact that he didn't have a year that he had a year.
The last 2 years he hasn't had a year. I mean, really the only year he had a year was the year he got hurt. So, I mean, he's good. I mean, he's obviously has the talent
he's
there.
He's a solid back. And you're afraid I
think he could legitimately work his way out of being the number one back.
You really think Braylon Allen can be that one on that team?
No, I don't think Braylon Allen can be the one, but I think they could be 50-50. I think they could be 1A, 1B. I truly think.
But look at that, still working good for Montgomery and Jameer.
Yeah, but they're on the.
He's only what 24.
They're on the Jets.
25?
Yeah, he's 24.
24.
24.
Yeah, he's so young, dude. You're drafting him for the. I mean,
you're
drafting him for the Breece Hall that you hope he had. You hope he is. That you.
Well, the problem is that one he is right now is not very good.
Right, but what you have seen is an unbelievable ceiling.
It was 6 games 1 year.
It was still dominant.
1 year, 6 games. And the last 2 games, he's averaged
2 seasons.
The last 2 seasons, he's averaged mid 4s for carry, which isn't bad, but I mean, he is 16th last year. I mean, again, I think he's fine, but I don't think he's
above the other guys.
I mean, I don't know if you told me he finishes top 10 next year in points, I'd be really surprised.
Oh,
I think if he finishes,
I could see him way above.
I think if he
10.
finishes top 10 in the next ever, I'd be surprised.
He's going to finish top 10.
I'll go on record to say that. I don't think Breece Hall will finish in the top 10, maybe ever again in points. And when I say ever again, he never has. So I don't think he ever will.
Oh, man. Oh, okay.
So that's where I'm at on Breece Hall.
Okay, well, I got Kenneth Walker.
Of course you have Kenneth Walker. Yeah, why wouldn't you have Kenneth Walker?
Here's the thing. He missed 6 games. I get it. He's injured. He's 24. The thing about Kenneth Walker
he's got plenty more time to
The thing about Kenneth Walker, he's one of the toughest players in the NFL to tackle.
Well, he might be one of the toughest players in the NFL to tackle, but he's not one of the toughest players in the NFL.
Okay, right. He has his injuries, but here's the thing. I mean, he had 7 touchdowns, 573 yards. He's going to be a top 5 finisher if he stayed healthy. If
we're doing this again.
Yeah, okay. I get it. I mean, he averaged 11.7 fantasy points per game. He's that guy on that team. He is the one on the team. Anybody
this is my favorite
not happening.
part about this is you literally sit there with Puka and you're like, oh, Puka is hurt all the time. Puka, blah, 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 Puka,
dude, but Puka's another level.
You're like, Puka. Dude, Puka probably would have finished top 2 in the receiver if he wouldn't have got hurt, right? So, but Walker, I don't know if you're jerking him off or what you're doing. I don't know if I can say that, but
dude, he's finishing.
Yeah, of course he's finishing. You're jerking him off. I don't know if I can say that, but
I don't know. But he's finishing in the top. He's finishing within the top 8 this year.
No,
all day.
No,
I am going to go on record and say he's finishing within the top 8.
You can go on record.
He is. Like
Kenneth Walker is gonna his kneecap's gonna fall out of his leg when he's running down the 20-yard line. That's just randomly. He's gonna explode like a Michael Bay film. Okay, it's just what's gonna happen, dude. I don't know.
I love Kenneth Walker at the 12. I love it, and I'm gonna get him at the 12 because I'm playing with idiots like you.
Yeah, I guess.
And it's just a thing that makes me happy.
Yeah,
like I said, missed 6 games. I'm not worried about that. He's gonna come in, and I'm gonna win a chip first year because of him.
0%.
That's all I say.
0%.
That's all I gotta say. If. Yeah, well, who you got at this 11?
My boy. Oh, God. Chase Brown. Okay. Chase Brown. He's got it. He's him. He is him. He stays healthy. Okay.
I get it.
But I don't even.
We're gonna be mid-season, and he's gonna separate his clavicle, and I'm going to.
I'd cry.
I'm going to.
You said it twice.
Only
it's on the ground. There's two there.
I can't say nothing the rest of the day.
I think Chase Brown. I mean, if that happens, I'd cry. I'm crying.
And I would
in the corner by myself.
And I would cry too because I like Chase Brown as a running back. He's a good
He's
player.
25 years old. I think he's a solid back. He's gonna get a contract. He's gonna get a contract. He's gonna get a contract.
Oh, how the heck are they gonna give him a contract?
They're gonna.
Seriously, how?
They're gonna give him a contract.
You tell me where the money's coming from.
I don't know, but somebody's gonna pay up.
Well, who's taking a cut?
I don't know. Probably Burrow.
Bro,
I don't know who's taking.
Come on, Burrow ain't taking a cut to make less than Jamar and T. Okay?
Somebody's taking a cut eventually because they're gonna have to pay him, and he's gonna play, and he's gonna put up. He's gonna be right around that top 15 to 12 running back for the next 5 years, and he's gonna be consistently winning you games every week. That's all I have. Okay. Consistently winning you games.
Okay, well, I had him a lot.
Where'd you have him?
I had him at the
18 or something.
No, 17. And I'm liking him at the 17. Yeah. I'm not liking him at the 11.
Yeah. Chase Brown's better than Kenneth Walker.
Jesus, dude. The guy's what? The guy's is this his 3rd year in the NFL?
Chase Brown.
Yeah.
I don't even know, but he's great.
He's
fantastic.
He's great. Yes, he's good.
Fantastic. I'm buying a jersey.
Okay, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Is he over 1,000 yards yet in the NFL?
Okay. He had 990.
Doesn't matter.
Come on,
dude. I'm not.
And it started off slow because they
always start slow,
but they weren't sure which way they were going to go.
Okay, well, we'll see mid-season how he's doing with that clavicle. But yeah, at the 11, I got Kyren. I got 1,299 yards, 14 touchdowns, 24 years old. He's averaging 17 fantasy points per game. So the thing with Kyren, he had 316 carries. He's only behind Derrick Henry and Saquon Barkley in carries in the NFL.
Yeah.
So he's getting.
They overworked him,
and that scares me. That's why I put him at the 11 because of that. Yeah. And I know they got Blake Corum, but I like that. I mean, that's crazy amount of carries. Yeah. I mean, he also did have 14 touchdowns, which is outlandish. But he's 24 years old, and he's always over 17 points per game. So Chase Brown at that 11 is the guy I'm taking. Or Kyren, sorry. Kyren's the guy at the 11. Chase Brown's no. Chase Brown at the 11. When he falls to me at the 17, I'll be happy. But after that, no. But like I said, Kyren, they overworked him. But the thing is, he proved that he can handle that work.
Yeah, no, I mean, I love Kyren. Like I said, we talked in the redraft. I think Kyren is going to be really good this year again. I think his numbers are going to be a little less because I think if they're smart, they're going to take a little bit of workload away from him just because to
save the longevity. And that's the thing. I like that as a dynasty as well.
Yeah,
he might only average 15 points per game, but I'm guaranteed 8 to 10 years.
Yeah, no, I think
You know what I mean?
I think Kyron's solid. I think he's a solid choice. I really do.
So that's who I got at the 11, and you had Chase Brown at the 11.
Yep, GOAT.
And that's just you and Chase Brown are like scissor sisters. It's unbelievable.
We might have to. I'm not sure.
I have no idea. He's good, but he's not. He's not going to win you the league. You're telling me you're going to walk in and Chase Brown's going to be your one, and you're like, "Hoorah! I'm winning the league, guaranteed. It's a wrap." No,
maybe.
No,
maybe
you're gonna. He's gonna
probably
have
not.
He's gonna have another game under. He's gonna have another season under 1,000 yards. What's new? And you're gonna try to get some trade out of him. And
he'll put up more than 1,000 yards. I'll put money on that.
You think so?
Yeah, easily.
I don't know about all that.
It might be 1,001, but he's gonna put up more than 1,000 yards.
All right. Well, what are we running with after this dynasty?
We're gonna do RBs 10 through 1.
There you go.
So
on the redraft.
So, and then we'll be
doing the dynasty as well
dynasty,
after that.
Finish off the dynasty, and then we're probably going to jump over to
probably QBs.
So we're probably going to do like a QB, like a 12 through 1 or 10 through 1, and then we'll probably do it like a tight end, like 10 through 1.
Yep.
And then
we'll go from there.
Yeah, and then go from there. We'll kind of see what we're looking at time wise before the season starts.
But yeah,
it's coming up quick.
It's coming up quick, and I it's the best time of the year.
It is.
Nobody can tell me right now that it isn't the best time of the year.
It's like Christmas.
It's better than anything. My wife tells me, well, how is it the best time of the year? It's the best time of the year.
Yep.
When I could get on the couch, I got a big plate of nachos, and I'm watching ball. Yep. And I'm yelling at the TV. I don't even know what I'm yelling at half the time, but I'm yelling at the TV. It's a great feeling.
It is fantastic.
Until you lose. And then you get shagged for it at work for a while, and you end up finishing back-to-back ninth places, and you just don't hear the end of it.
Yeah. But there's always hope for the next year.
But that's the thing. That's what I tell everybody. You can, you got guys like him. He's finished like 6th. He's middle of the pack, right?
Big dog.
So he finished middle of the pack. He's got a lot of chance to go backwards as well. See, I only got one spot because we're in a 10-man. So I got a lot of upside in my game here. And, like I said, the best time of the year, it's coming up. We're getting excited. And we're hoping to hear that we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah. Have a good one.
Thank you for listening to the Night Shifters podcast. If you enjoyed, please give us a like and we will see you in the next episode.